Hi friends, Chandrasekhar here again. In this lecture we will be looking at Kanya Rashi, which is called Virgo in English. So what we understand about Kanya? It has got different names in Sanskrit language, one of which is Pathon, then Ramani, Yuvati, Taruni. All these indicate a young girl. So Kanya also means a young girl, generally yet to be married girl, but it is a girl. This Rashi is strong in the daytime and it resides in hills, but Jataka Parijata thinks it resides on land with grass on it, even bedrooms. It is place of sculptors, and this is the opinion of the Venerable Vaidyanath. So there are two opinions. You can understand the bedroom because it is Kanya, so a woman can be, that is a stage of her having already attained her adulthood. She becomes a woman in the true sense, and so that might be the logic behind it. It rises with head. Being a human Rashi, it would rise with head is easy to understand. I will try to incorporate a freehand, or rather a drawing of mine, which can give you an idea of why the Rashis are of short and longer ascensions, how they, though all are equally divided on 360 degrees, the reason that they have got different times that Sun needs to transit through those Rashis, and so they have different lengths, though the degrees are same. Then what we can see is it is called a medium statured Rashi. My opinion is it can be sometimes very large, tall, and with a bulky body, or could be short. Bulky could be in both the cases. Not exactly well proportioned. It is Vaishya of the trading community. Then it has mixed color, although we would think green again because the Lord is Buddha, Mercury, whose own color is green. Then it is a Tamasa Rashi. It is supposed to be Virgin. It has, some say it has thin waist, but no, it represents west area of the Kala Purusha. It has three quarters of Uttara Falguni Nakshatra. We have seen one goes to Siha, the first one, 3 here, then 4 of Hasta, 2 of Chitra Nakshatra, and that is the constellation over the area of constellation over Kanya Rashi, Virgo Rashi is spread. Then what you will see is they are a bit sensitive. They are intelligent, there is no doubt about it. Sometimes can easily believe others. Then they can't control their emotions. More self-centered, pretty intelligent, of course. Because we have seen the Buddha by himself in the lecture of Grahas, Buddha is intelligent. Memory, of course, is more concentrated in the Mercury rather than Kanya. It is a soft Rashi, being a Stri Rashi, you can understand that it is a even number, isn't it? 6. So it is a bit soft. It is many a times misunderstood by others, sometimes given to lethargy. Though they can have some marital issues sometimes. That is not a general thing, but it does many a times happen with them. And this is a Rashi which is, we can see, this is where Buddha, Mercury, attains his exaltation also. Not only is it its Rashi of, Buddha is spread all over the place. He controls all the 3 humors, as you know. Even in transit, he gives his results throughout the Rashi, irrespective of degrees. And his Multrikul Rashi, it is also his Rashi of exaltation. One thing you will always notice that Buddha is called hermaphrodite, and many think that he is a female hermaphrodite, whereas Saturn is also considered a hermaphrodite. Something Some people think that he is a male hermaphrodite. The reason may be their respective rashis of Mula Trikona are with Buddha it is the female rashi, and with Saturn it is the male rashi. You will always see these three grahas have female rashis as their Mula Trikona rashi, and because that perhaps gives the basic idea of that graha. It is more, its nature is more expressed through those rashis. That perhaps is the reason for it to be called the Mula Trikona, the basic Trikona. We have seen the importance of trine when we were talking about bhavas and other factors. So in astrology, everything comes together. Kanya Rashi, its sign is a girl carrying on riding a boat on a water body. You can think about it as a lake perhaps, and with fire in one hand and crop, harvested crop in other. These are the food grade crops, and so you can again understand the duality of the Rashi being represented properly. This is Ubhaya Rashi. Ubhaya means a dual Rashi. It has both the the part of male and female Rashi. So cruelty and softness both are in one. On one side is Agni, the fire. On other side is food, which feeds people. So you can understand the iconography also must be understood to understand any Rashi. So Kanya, Virgo. So it is being carried on water. So you can understand that there is more of that. What can I call the three humors which give diseases are perhaps more expressive in Virgo than in the other Rashi of Mercury, which is Gemini. So Gemini may have a bit more toughness. Virgo may be more susceptible to diseases, rather easily susceptible to diseases. Is a possibility. It is not certain, because ultimately what will be the diseases and how they will manifest would depend on other factors like the grahas occupying the bhava and what bhavas it lies in and what grahas influence that Rashi and everything. As you know, Rashi is an electron. So you can see that they sometimes are a bit indecisive also. So they would need somebody to tell them what to do. So they can appear to be indecisive. It is not that they are indecisive, they are good in business. It is ultimately a Rashi of Buddha, who is Vaishya. The Rashi is also Vaishya. Vaishya means the trading class. The Hindu system divided people into four types: those who work with their brains, then those who work with their valor or their strength, those who work with the understanding of how business is done, and those who carry burden of all these people, that is the working class, the lower level of workers. We can call it that if you want. For me, all work is as important as the brains. See, whatever is in the brains has to be transmitted through something. So, but there are four classes. This is the Vaishya class, the trader class. Vaishya also means, see, one of the meaning, people many times think that it is only Vaishya class. The agriculturists were also, actually originally Vaishya also means agriculturist, because they used to trade in commodity and knew how to get best out of it, when to plant, how market operates and all those things. Sometimes Virgo is also said to be a Rashi where tempests arise. So sometimes they may lose their temper, is the way we should understand the things. So we don't need to necessarily think that if there is if the Lagna is either Virgo or moon sign is Virgo, that person will be caught in tempest because the girl is shown to be moving on the water. It is perhaps showing all three elements. The earth element through the food grains, they grow on earth. Fire, of course, is in hand, and a bit of innocence also perhaps. That is the way I look at Kanya Rashi. That doesn't mean they are very soft. So don't be under that impression. Yeah, later half of the, if somebody is born in the later part of Virgo, I mean after 15 degrees, it is possible, not necessarily certain. So I hope you have understood how Virgo can manifest. It is never must manifest. You always understand there are all these are different tools which are to be used. The grahas, the bhavas, the rashis, the degrees of graha, their exaltation, their aspects, all these bring different changes in the mind of a person. I have always thought that our chart, natal chart, represent our way of thinking and how we view things, and also how people think about us. Both the things are represented by the natal chart. It is primarily the transit chart of the time of birth of the Jataka, and this has to be understood. I am sure many astrologers could disagree with me, but astrology, as I have said, is a subject where you have to check whether something actually happens on ground. I mean, you may assess a chart, you may give a prediction, whether it comes true or not is something which will teach you to look at astrology from different perspectives, different thought process will be involved in interpreting how this science actually works. Because we see mind-boggling predictions being done and they coming true when that person even has never thought that he will be doing something or other. So, my friends, this is a short introduction to Kanya Rashi. I mean, anything else you want to? There are of course different shades in Kanya Rashi, the Kanya sign, and those who are interested can always look to the classics or even my books about which I have mentioned in the down below. So, but it is not necessary to purchase those books. You can read any standard text and try to read between the lines. What I have done is only try to inform about how I look at those things which are left unsaid, and as my father used to say, reading between the lines, my interpretation of it. So my friend, I take your leave. I try to give a small diagram indicating why the Rashis are called large or short. See, Kanya will also be called as a short Rashi. And why short? Because when sun moves through the zodiac, he will move through certain Rashis at a faster speed, or he would take less time to traverse those Rashis. Let us put it that way. Though on an average we will say it is approximately 2 hours each. 2 hours that he takes to traverse one Rashi, because there are 12 Rashis and 24 hours is the general, I mean more or less 24 hours is the period of an entire day. Especially at equator it is so, and when sun is on the equator it is certainly so. So this is how those Rashis were explained. Being a short Rashi, it can sometimes be of a person who is distinctly of a shorter stature also. But as I am fond of saying, being an engineer, I always look at things from a point of view of a graph. So whatever goes positive can also go negative. So somebody very short can be extremely large also. And remember this when interpreting charts. And my friends, I am sure you will let me know anything else that I need to add here, or any other topic on which you would like me to talk in future. And I will take your leave. Let your comments go on coming. I will try to respond to as many people as possible to the best of my ability. Please remember that this channel is not for predictions at all, because sometimes people may, out of curiosity, come to the channel and then think this is for prediction. It is not. It is for astrologers to look at astrology and its different parameters from a different perspective. We know the standard perspective. Everybody has read the same books, isn't it? But remember that all classics were translated or commented upon. It is called Tika, the commentary, and with great astrologers, different astrologers commenting on the same text, even in Sanskrit language. Let apart the others who wrote in Hindi and English and Marathi and whatever other languages are there. But that itself means there is always a scope for interpretation. and let that never go out of your mind. You also can interpret in your own way, find if it applies on the chart, and get the best out of it. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next lecture on Libra Rashi, where again I will talk about the symbol and its meaning, and I hope you enjoy the lecture series. Thank you, my dear friends, and meet you in the next lecture.